to Ruby today. Congratulations, Ruby. Anything else anybody wants to talk about?
Yes, didn't Chris Lewis ask something about setting your goals with your team and how to talk to them about it? She commented something like that on the thread. Where was it?
Let me look.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, let me look.
Now I don't see her face on the screen anymore.
Can we talk about conveying
mm-hmm.
team? Like when you're going for a big goal, do you message the active coaches individually or post to your group? I'll try Mason. Sorry. Oh, poor Mason's sick. Okay. I don't know if Chris can hear me.
So, I don't know what you
went. Something that Ryan and I talked about earlier today it's so hard to really find balance. I learned that 2013 and 14. I really pushed a lot of people because I was doing what people in our upline were doing, wanted to do, and we learned as we have evolved. Like, and there's a lot of stuff that I made mistakes on, and so although rank advancements are hey Chris, we're talking about we're talking about your topic about goals with your team. It was difficult for me because we were also new as a team with Diesel Nation, and Becky and Christina were so new as leaders, and there was not as much direction as there is now, and there isn't as many systems to track what your goals are in the coach online office back then as there is now. There wasn't success starters, there wasn't the leadership ladder, there wasn't the tracking of success club points to get off a wait list. It's all evolved. I made a lot of mistakes in 2013 and 14, and I've seen it where it's been carried on. So it's hard. Like, I have this thing now, like, in the beginning, there's no wrong or right way. Everybody can run their business the way they want, and everybody learns as they go. I know Becky doesn't do this anymore. In the beginning, she would motivate people like, you get a bonus to do this. And so then I started doing that because it worked for me. And obviously what works for me and motivates me is not going to motivate some of you. Just kind of like what we talk about, that coaching brings something to each person's life and fills a certain void that may not even resonate with somebody else. But, so I started doing these monetary gifts, and then I'm at this point now that, like, I am proud of all of you for everything you do, no matter how big, no matter how small. And, I think for new coaches, I've been doing kind of incentives, money, because we all know money is a huge incentive in the beginning. And especially for all of us who are like, this is what we're using as a source of income. But in the beginning, that's how you gauge your success. But I've been very hesitant to do monetary stuff, and I've been doing it even though it's maybe not really gone over well with everybody, because I hate to leave out people who've hung in there with me, like, Melissa, Tanya, you guys have been there, like the post I did today. You hung in there for 4 years. But, like, I just have a problem with incentivizing older coaches to do their business. Because at this point, if you've been a coach since 2012, 13, 14, or beginning in 15, own your fucking business. Like, I'm not going to pay you to do the things that you should do to reach your goals. But I think in the beginning, as new coaches, you have to, because money is what really gets people going. And if they don't have most people don't have an original why, or they don't even know what they're doing. So money's what makes the world go around. So in the beginning, it's good. Once they've done that and they start helping people, and 2 or 3 months have passed, and they have that first person who says, "You saved my life," or I'm off of meds, or whatever, then they see the big picture. So I think that's great in the beginning. And as far as, like, your goals go, I believe in speaking it to the universe, communicating with your team, because obviously you can't achieve any goal without teamwork, whether it's a personal goal and it takes your family, or a team goal and it takes, your whole downline. And I believe in speaking intentionally and speaking out to the universe, because if you don't tell people and you don't shout it out publicly, or if you don't tell your accountability partner or success partner, then it's likely not to happen. But it does I will tell you, just for me, it became so much about this rank that I stopped having fun. Where like I stopped, and Chris, you and I talked about this on the beach when we were in the Jamaica or Bahamas, wherever we were. You know, that it's like I was pushing everybody to do this and this and this because that's what I thought it was, and these ranks, and then it stopped being enjoyable. And then when it stopped being enjoyable, I'm like, why am I here? And so, you know, the biggest piece of advice I have for you is, you know, make it fun and know your team. That's why it's so important to build relationships along the way. And there's so many people out there who, I don't talk a lot about diamond anymore unless you're a fallen diamond and we're trying to get back up and you have some specific goals, but I've not been talking about diamond a lot in the groups. If you've noticed, I've been talking about emerald because you build emeralds, you teach them to build emeralds, you teach them to build emeralds. So I've been making a big fucking deal about emerald to the point that like everybody's like, I want to be emerald, or I'm going to get to emerald so she shuts up, because diamond seems so big. Alina and I talked about this before, you know, so I've been doing that and really just working with each person individually if they want to do it and letting them know what it is. But whenever you start making it about a certain rank, it becomes your focus and it becomes just really, people get resentful. Oh, you're just doing this because you're going to make money off of me. Not really, but you know, Becky and I've had this conversation where like she stopped incentivizing shit, because my thing is if I'm going to do something for, you know, older coaches, it's going to be a gift of just, you know, a friendship gift, you know, thank you for hanging in here with me, but you're not doing me any favors and I'm not doing you any favors. This is your business. What you do with it is what you do with it. That's just kind of my take now. And that's evolved over 4 years. So, and every team runs differently. I've seen coaches out there who send out Tiffany bracelets and all this shit and do these big freaking parties. And, you know, I'm just not there at this point. And that's just my team. Sorry if you guys want to be part of that, a team that does that. I don't know. But, you know, letting everybody know what you want, asking them what they want. And what I've been telling people is like, these are my goals of what I want to accomplish. And I want to know what your goals are so we can, you know, hold them together. But for me, I've been really focusing on what I want to do is I want to fill everybody's void. I want to see you guys doing things that you've never done before. I want to see people like Roxy who have, you know, first time I met her to where she is now is so different. I've watched Brandon step out of his shell so much. I've watched Veronica O'Donnell, who was a 2012 coach, who is now doing things years later that she never would have. And yes, I'm not getting elite points off of her. Yes, some of these people may not hit diamond or, you know, whatever, but they're doing stuff and they're still here and we're getting closer. And I get the joy of watching them excel. Like I look at these people as like my children. Like I'm watching my daughter. She started her first job and she's so responsible. She's driving and she's so responsible, and it gives me that warm fuzzy feeling that I did right and that I get the joy to watch this. And so I've been really conveying that to my team to the point like it makes me cry when I talk about it. Charlie was here the other day and we were talking about what I want for my team, and that makes it where I want to be here and I want to do it. And I think that more people want to perform, because I've said this on the last couple calls, the team calls, is that people want challengers or people on your team or anybody want to know what they're going to get out of this. They don't want to know what you want really. And you need to be Chris knows this. We were talking to the brand consultant. They said people don't want, what did she say the other day, that people, I don't know, something about you have to be a good listener, that people, you know, do you remember what she said? She said something about that, but basically people don't want to hear your long story. Yeah, they're inspired by your results and stuff, but they want to know what they're going to get out of it. And so I've been really focusing on that, and I'm noticing deeper relationships with people and closer relationships and more openness where people are talking to me. And I think our team, not just Team Relentless, but Diesel Nation, we are, honestly, I kind of feel like the cornerstone of why there's the fourth vital behavior, because I'm sorry, Diesel Nation, I've been in this business for long enough and watched people. I started when there was like 36,000 coaches and now there's 400,000. Our team does a lot of recognition and it's big. We're the party people. We're the ones who've been the catalyst for Super Saturdays turning into parties when other people resisted it across the nation. We are big on celebrating stuff, and so I found that doing that is really important. And I thought that for me, that's what got me in this business, is because Becky believed in me. Becky celebrated all of my success, even when some months I had way more successful points than her, even whenever I was making, you know, more progress than her on certain things, or vice versa. Like I watched her celebrate me. I watched Christina, you know, publicly recognize me and celebrate me, send me little gifts, and I'm not her actual coach, you know, and I watched Melissa Galmay be doing this across lines with other people outside of Team Fierce, Team Relentless, Diesel Nation, and I'm seeing that that's what motivates it. That's what somebody wants to be with, somebody like that. Like, nobody wants to be with somebody who only cares about them and only cares about their personally sponsored coaches or their challengers. They want to be with people who are there because they're genuine and they're happy. And so I think that that's a big part. My new Canadian coach, Amanda, I never formed her. Oh, shame on me, but we never formed her. But she was like, I want to be part of your team because I see how your team operates. So that means that what I'm doing, the 3 vital behaviors and the culture of our team is so evident to people watching us. They want to be part of it. And so once they're in it, you need to make sure that you keep that culture going. And when you have that closeness, people just are willing to do what you're doing because they don't want to get left behind. And there's some people who just get left behind because they're just not ready to keep going. And those are the people that you love on, but you give, 80% of your time to the people, the 20% of your team that's doing stuff. So I don't really have an answer. That's just, I've just found that love and that recognition goes far, and just letting them know what you're doing. I remember back in 2013, whenever I said I want to be elite, I was working so hard. And back in 2013, Gabriel was a hobby coach because she was working, as a photographer. She was a teacher, and everybody knows here in Texas, I don't know about anywhere else, but it's a bitch to be a teacher because you're all busy about the STAR test, and you don't just go home at 3 o'clock and sit on your ass. You go home and grade papers, and it's stressful. And she was trying to do a fit club at the time. But, our team was so small, and we could be so close, and we spent a lot of time together, and, all the stuff that I remember her saying that I don't even know what Diamond is, and I'm not even sure that I really want this business. And she made it very clear she didn't want to be a full-time coach or anything at the time, and that, school was what she wanted to do. She loved being a teacher. Obviously, things you all know have changed for her, but she said that she just wanted me to hit elite because she knew how important it was to me. So she worked her ass off, and Chris was part of that, for her to get to Diamond so that I could hit elite. And so if it wasn't for that relationship we had, back then, and if it wasn't for me communicating what I wanted and me pushing for her, like, I was riding for her at the same time, and so she decided to ride with me, as I wanted this for her. And, on the cruise, she thanked me. She was like, you drove me fucking crazy a lot of the time, but I'm glad you did, because she was like, I love my life now, and I mean, Christina Lewis said before, I wanted to punch you in the face a couple times, but, I love my life now. It's just, when you have that person who won't give up on you and just sees what your future can be and doesn't give up on you, that's a big deal. And I mean, I failed a lot in 2015 just because of personal stuff, and I've been really reflecting on what worked, and I know what worked in 2012 and 13, and it was close relationships and recognition. So I've been trying to come up with new ways to recognize, because I think the longer we're coaches, after a while, the PV, the Success Club points, banners, after a while, they're important, and I'm going to still do them, but after a while, they become white noise, and you can change the verbiage around to life changers or, whatever people use, and it's all the same. So I've been trying to get creative in ways of recognizing people. I tried for a while, if you notice, being like, yay, Chris Lewis, welcome such and such coach on, and this person, that is ridiculous to do. Like, it was great, but then it was like, oh my God, it was so stressful. And so I started the coach anniversary thing because I thought that would be, cool to just celebrate it, because there's some people, like I remember Melissa's, just because of the date, I remember a few people, but I didn't remember everybody. So I've been having Nancy, I've asked her to start running a report every month in the beginning so we could celebrate these people all of the month. Obviously, sorry Melissa and Tanya and everybody that we got April in, but it's something that's starting. So you can take it as something that you do, but celebrating those things, because again, everybody's a CEO of their own business. You shouldn't have to bribe or beg anybody to stay, but when they have stayed on, because I think we all know that we have ups and downs in life, and we've watched people come and go and quit and throw in the towel. Some have even come back and quit again. The fact that people who've still stayed on, those are our ride or die coaches, and those are the people that are huge, and we need to celebrate it. And I've seen in the past that it's kind of sucks for people, because it's not that you're a has-been, but after a while, once you're a 2012 coach, I don't need to work with you as much as I am with the new emerging success starters of 2016, but you don't want to forget the original people who helped you build that solid foundation and, started your business. It's all about balance. And I guess my last point on that is use the leadership ladder. If you're not using the leadership ladder to set your goals or to train your team, then you're doing yourself a huge injustice, because of the fact that the most successful coaches do everything that corporate rolls out for us because they do it because they care about us and they've heard feedback and it's for us, and because they're not reinventing the wheel, and because they trust in it. And the leadership ladder, I've been trying to catch up from 2015, so I've been trying to get systems in place. So I've just recently, in the last 2 months, been really paying attention to the leadership ladder. But I will say it is spot on, because it helps you focus on, hey, Melissa. Sorry, you look like a walrus. I hope your oral surgery went well. The leadership ladder helps you focus on income, rank, leadership, success club, and what was the other one? There's something else, but it helps you have balance, because I've seen so many coaches who focus on diamond, who focus on emerald, who focus on star diamond things or this or that, and then there's no income there, and then they get pissed, and for me, I was trying to hit elite so bad in 2014 that I put Melissa Galme on my strong leg, which now that I understand how it goes, I was absolutely stupid for putting her there, but because I wanted to be elite, so the thing is, now they have this leadership ladder that helps you find balance, because again, like I said at the beginning, you can completely lose balance where you're only focused on rank. And it's also too, if you look at it, sometimes you can be focused on rank and be totally fine with giving up income. I know a lot of people who are there who are like, I just want to walk across the stage. And then I know other people who are working to be on the team who are working towards full time, and they don't want to go across the stage. I told them at some point in time, you need to want to, or you'll never have a team that wants to. But right now, let's focus on income. But at least if you're trying to encapsulate everything, the leadership ladder is literally very important. It will help you grow leaders. It will give you benchmarks to reach. It will help you not miss any of the important things that are very crucial to your business. I would ask Melissa Galme if she has anything to say, but I think that it would just be for comic value only.
Yeah, I can't talk, Megan.
I don't even know what she said. You still look pretty.
It's a reset.
Oh, it's a reset. What?
And you're still recording.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I guess it's anybody. Oh, I may need help with my call tonight. Okay, let me know. Just text me. Wait. What time is it? Because I have a one-on-one with Brandon at 8:30 my time. 7 my time, 9 my time. 9 my. Okay, but I can do that. Okay, so is everybody enjoying this 1 hour meetup every week?
Yeah, okay. It's been good.
So in April, we did first Monday of the month, second Tuesday of the month, third Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. Was that working, or did one certain day work where we could pick? Because, this time obviously seems to work. People are watching the recordings, I know. Is there a certain day, or do you want to keep tiering it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are better for me because I don't have any kids home, but she's being quiet, so it doesn't really matter.
Thursdays are crazy for me because Thursdays I start to taper off of the whole work week. So you want to just...
Well, Thursday everybody's trying to do their celebrations and everything too anyways.
Yeah. Let me see. Tuesdays are out for me. Shit. Does Monday work for everybody? Does Monday work?
Monday.
Let's just stick with Monday. Then we have
Melissa said no.
National Wake Up Call and double dose. This last month has been crazy for me. I don't know if Chris feels the same way, but it was crazy trying to get on 2 live calls for the brand consulting thing and then implement all that stuff, visiting BNI, doing all that stuff. It's been crazy. So I think May's going to be a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put it on the board for every Monday at,
Melissa has 5-star calls on Monday.
Let's see. How about, I have my 7-star call on Tuesday. And Wednesday I might be joining a BNI. Shit. Well, I mean. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let's just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. And then that way people can get on, they can get on. Actually, no, Tuesday. Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, or Monday and Tuesday, because Wednesday I'm going to probably be going to the BNI thing. Let's just do Monday and Tuesday every other week. Monday, Tuesday, and then, people can get on because it's not going to work for everybody. All right,
it's good to have different people each time, too, because then we can get different insight when you're talking.
Right. If you guys could go to all of your teams and kind of get a poll of what they're struggling with, what they need help with, because I'm trying to find new speakers for team calls, and I think that because Diesel Nation is doing now they're decided to do regular team calls on every other Monday, it seems. I think that I'm going to start using that as a replacement for a couple Team Relentless ones, because of the fact that it gets very stressful and overwhelming to people to be like, oh, you have a call on this day, and then you have a Team Fierce call on this day, and a Team Relentless call on the Diesel Nation, and then this and that, and then they feel like I'm on all these calls. And so I think that I'll do that, and then it will free me up too, because I'm getting to the point where I'm on lots of calls, and I'm trying to keep my evenings with my family, and I'm really trying to stick to business hours now. Now that I feel like I'm caught up from 2015, and so work your ass off the first couple of years, or if you dropped off and need to get back up, work your ass off, but then get to business hours, because it gets really, really, really stressful. So I think that I'm going to see how it goes. I already have it to set up my calendar using the Diesel Nation calls, and I'm going to be using one of Melissa's team calls with Kevin Jensen, and just see how it works over with the team, because I think people get tired of seeing my face too. And since we're doing this during the week, it helps too. We can do face-to-face. So, but anyways, find out what everybody's needs are, because I'd like to hear what other topics are, because it does get really hard as a leader to keep trying to come up with who do I ask to speak on calls and figure it out on my own. So if you're not using the scripts that I post in there of how to reach out to people, do so. And if you have the problem with that, you have scripts and then you reach out to people, but then you don't know what to say when they respond, make sure that you've listened to the Shay Stanford National Wake Up Call. She gave some really, really good tips. Yes, Jennifer, what question did you have?
I was going to ask, do you guys have a certain set program of what you post in your challenge groups? Do you wing it? Do you go day by day kind of thing, or do you have okay, this week I'm going to motivate, this week I'm going to kick their butts, this week I'm going to tough love them, you know what I mean? I've
tried, for me, different things. The best response that I had was in November and December, when it was whenever I was getting back on track, so I could really relate to somebody getting started. So I did daily videos the night before for the next day. So it was tailored to the group. Well, I did that in November and December, but then after a while it was like, what do you say? It was easy then. Then I tried in the beginning of the year, and there's actually, I can find it in the group and tag you in it. In Team Relentless, where I did a cover page every week of, Motivation Monday, shared this, and so it was an assignment. But then it was really confusing, then I did contests. Now I think it'll be easier with the whole challenge tracker thing with the portal. You can use that, where, because me trying to do contests and figure out who posted what, everything got lost. This will be easier. So I really suggest using the challenge tracker app. I'm switching over to that now. But it's now I've just been trying to post stuff that gears people up to be a coach. So personal development, 2 to 3 minute motivational videos, polls asking them where they need help, so that I know how to do that. Because you really think about, and this is what I said on a couple team calls ago, is that the challenge groups are where, number one, you find your leaders, and also where you're already giving them a mini training that they'll know exactly what a challenge group is and how to run a challenge group by being in yours, and then, or if anything, if they decide to stay in your challenge group and just invite new people to watch as free customers, they at least know what to tell the people to expect. So, having systems and consistency, at least for 1 month in your challenge group, is really important. I've tried the winging it, and it's so much stress on myself, and there's no way to track your success. You know, the biggest thing is make sure that you're branding yourself and you know exactly who you want to work with, who you want to help, who you would work best with, so that you know how to have a system in training them, a system in running your challenge groups, so that you can actually track your success. I found that when I was up, I would get people who were ready to rock and roll with this business. When I was feeling like shit, I would get depressed people who didn't want to do anything. You had to push and pull and drag them and beg them, and they wouldn't do anything. And then kept thinking, like, am I a shitty leader? Are my systems not working? It was just who I was attracting. So now I have like an actual conformity of what I do. Like this is my system that I do every time. And now, I mean, like I said, there's some people who just do it and some people who just don't. But now I have a system. And then when you have the systems, you can actually save yourself a lot of time. So that's why I've been pretty silent on social media the last couple months, is because I've been doing everything in the background. I've been spending